Good afternoon, friends. I'm Nancy Thompson, and welcome to some Creative Ink. Today is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, and it's time for you to get creative and me to inspire you with a beautiful creation so you can send it to others and make the world a better place. So come on in, say hello. I am extremely late. Spring fever has hit here in central New York. It's a super gorgeous day out there. It's like, I think it's in the 40s. And I was out for a walk, and then we had company stop, and I got waylaid. So I'm here finally. Hi, Shirley. Welcome. How are we doing today? Are you enjoying the sunshine? It's beautiful sunshine. The snow is melting. Okay. And it's just gorgeous out, right? Okay, let me know if I'm going to see you on Sunday too, okay? All right, so lots happening. Yesterday, let's go to my desktop, okay? Yesterday, the online exclusives went live, so you can order out of here now. You can, if you're on my newsletter, if you subscribe to my newsletter right here. If not, go subscribe to my newsletter, and that's where I have something in my eye, probably an eyelash. Happened right before I went live. So, okay, hopefully I can get through this. So you can find this PDF in my newsletter, and hopefully I'll get another one out soon. But there's 4 suites in this, as well as we've used the Homemade Happiness one. I haven't used this one yet, okay? The Garden Poetry suite. Let's see what else is here. This one is, there's lots that's not available in this one. It was so popular with demonstrators. So this one, there's a lot in this that's not available, okay? But it's coming, okay? And then, let's see, what else do we have? And then if you have soccer fans, you're going to love this. A Wonderful Match Suite. That one is available. And then, of course, there's some bundles that don't go with paper. This has been popular, this Cutest Crew bundle. It's like, I don't know if you can see it good enough. There's cats and dogs, and then there's some dies that cut out the line, and there's birds in there too, the line, and then there's individual dies that, because they're separated enough, that you can cut out all the individual animals as well. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. I have not gotten that one yet. I'm trying to use what I have so far. If you are a gardener, you're going to love the Help Me Grow. Service Essentials as well is kind of neat. And what else? Oh, the Forever Florals. We have used that one a ton. This was part of the card retreat right there. And this one's pretty neat. I love the dies in that. I have not gotten that one yet. It's next on my wish list. Scallop Wishes, and then Springtime Scenes is kind of neat as well. Okay, let's see. There's that. Those are a duplicate. This one here, this Made with Sweetness bundle, coordinates with the Filled with Sweetness bundle. So make sure to check out that one as well. And then there's some separate things that are kind of like standalones is what we want to call them, that you can check out. Let's see, what would be a standalone? To the Moon and Back, Make a Wish, Dream Team. There's a Ready, Set, Go. If you have somebody who loves race cars, they might enjoy that. This Faraway Landscape, and then there's an alphabet set as well. So, but you can see that. You can, if you go to the online store, you can, if you do what's new, there's a whole category of the online exclusives, okay? And then, let's see, what else is there? Okay, this was the February. Well, I was going to show you this. This is the March product of the month, Notes of Spring. Okay, it's a stamp set. When you have a $75 order, you can add this to your cart for an additional $5. And these are, just remember, these are while supplies last. So once it sells out, it's gone, okay? So this is cute. let's see what else. So last month, this was the February product of the month, Painted Illusions designer paper, and I actually have that. Finally I got it to share with you today, so I want to share what it looks like. Okay, so there's 4 designs, and so you're going to get 3 of each of the 4 designs. So this is the front and back of design 1. Here is design 2. Kind of looks like fish scales, you know. Here's design 2. There's been a lot of great ideas with this. Here's design 3, right here, design 3. And then finally design 4. So it's definitely, there's the last one. I like this one right here. It's kind of a neat background type paper. Okay, a lot have started to join in. So hi Carol and Gail and Kathy, and it is a beautiful day. Oh, it's sunny down there where you are, Carol. Yay. Okay, so today we are doing some simple stamping, okay? 2-step stamping, all right? And we are going to be using this set right here today. This bundle right here, the fragrant layers, and this is like so perfect to 2-step with. Okay, this fits into here so well, and same with the leaves and so on. Okay, and then the die cuts are kind of neat. We're going to be using the die cuts on Friday. I have a fun fold card with you on Friday using this bundle and the perennial lavender designer paper. Okay, we are going to make a fun cross card, okay, a fun fold cross card on Friday. Okay, so it could be for you know, Easter, or maybe a baptism or confirmation, all kinds of stuff. Okay, all right, so that's what we're using today, and here are the dies that go with this. Okay, I haven't really used these 2 yet. All right, I need to play with this more. It's got a neat label, another label, and then just these are so nice. I love that it cuts out so many of those tiny little flowers, and yeah, I haven't used these 2 yet, so I need to play more. Okay, let's get stamping. Okay, you know what? I need some grid paper because we are going to be stamping off today, and I need something to keep the ink off my desk. All right, so let's get a piece of grid paper here, and the colored inks, we're actually going to use Secret C to stamp the outline. Okay, so let me grab the Secret C, and we're going to use a piece of basic white that's 3 1/4 by 5 inches. Okay, and let's see here. So I like to just kind of tip this upside down because I'm trying not to, I want to go just over the surface. Okay, I don't want to get down in the nitty gritty with any excess ink. And we are just going to stamp an overall pattern here and leave a little bit of room with our for a greeting. Okay, and let me just I think I want my greeting here, so I'm going to just leave it. Let's see, and this is where you're going to kind of twist and turn your stamp so it gets a nice overall pattern. Okay, let's ink it up some more, and let's turn it this way a little bit, and let's do this. Okay, and then one more time. This is a great to do like a one sheet wonder with as well. Okay, and if you don't know what a one sheet wonder is, maybe I will share that with you. Okay, there we go. So I've got some dead white space there, so I can put my greeting there. All right, so it kind of makes it pop a little bit more, whereas if you've got it over here, I feel like it gets a little lost, so I want to have some white space there. Okay, all right, so let's set that aside. Now we're going to pull this in, and this is so cool because everything in there you can use with like your Highland Heather, because it just lines up with our ink there. So we're going to use Highland Heather next. Got some gunk on my stamp here. Okay, so let's ink this up. You just want a nice, good coverage. And this is kind of like, a distressed, is that what they're called? God, I haven't said that word in a while. So you can kind of see there's like this skinny thing of flowers, and then there's like a 3 thing of flowers, okay? So it's easy to tell that it's lined up. It just, you can see that black outline of the flowers right there. Let me zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can maybe see this a little. See how it lines up in there perfectly? We'll do it again. Okay, look at that. I just love this. Okay, let's do it again so you can kind of see. So I'm looking, let's see, I can tell there's the 3 right there. So I know, so as I'm doing this, you can see how you're looking at all the florals and how it's just gonna all fit right inside the black outline there. There we go. All right, isn't this looking gorgeous? Okay, let's do this. We've got another, let me zoom back out in case this is making you dizzy, okay? Zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so here's this one. There we go. And then this one's going to be a little bit trickier, but we can figure it out. Is this the one? Nope. I think it goes like this. There we go. There we go. All right. We have, isn't that just pretty? Okay, let's do our leaves next. So we have a set of 3 and a set of 2 leaves. You know what? Was there another one? Hang on. So just 2. Oops, that's the die set. Let me look. Oh yeah, I missed a set of leaves. Hang on. Because there are 2 sets of 2 leaves, okay? They're just a little bit different than each other. This one's got a little smaller petal and the other one has like 2 bigger petals. So let me grab another block here. I think I can reach that. Okay. This one's a little bit small. All right. Okay. So this has got the smaller leaf and these line up really easy as well. Oh, that's awful dark. Let me stamp off. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's the stamp off. There we go. There's a leaf over here. Just add a little color there. And I think that's the bigger one. So we're gonna stamp off, put that one there. And then we've got our 3 leaf one. Hi, Sherry, welcome. I know, I need to use it more. It's a beautiful set. And, you know, two-step stamping, I don't know, it's just nice. It's nice to use stamps and ink, right? Versus just die cutting all the time. All right, I think we're looking good here. So let's, and then there's a couple different things in here. There's like a thing in the center of the flower. I'm just using the solid piece, okay? And we're gonna use, let's leave these open because we're gonna do some more stamping here. I'm gonna use crushed curry, that's what I'm gonna use. And I'm just gonna stamp right in the center. It just, I don't know, even though it's round, it just fills it in nicely and adds some color to it. And I'm so glad I'm going to see you on Sunday too. Stay well, girl. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, so, and let's add a flower to the inside of our card. Let's do a little stamping for this. Oh, rats, I dropped something on the floor. Okay, well, let's see. So that's going to be our front, and I didn't grab these. So, or you know what? We're going to just go with, I'm going to go with this. We'll take this again. Let's do this. We'll just kind of stamp the corner of our flower, of our inside. There we go. This is a great way to make a ton of cards quickly as well. Okay, we need our Highland Heather. And we're going to stamp this. There we go. So this is the leaf that's the bigger leaf, where it's got two that are the same size. So which one is this? This one. Stamp off. There we go. And then fill in the center of these flowers. And there's actually a little bit of green right there. So let's fill that in right there. Okay, I think that looks pretty. Okay, I gotta grab a piece of cardstock that's filled. Here we go. Okay. All right, so let's adhere these two together. And we gotta do an envelope too. So, no designer paper on this one this time. So let's do our envelope. Here we go. Let's add some color right here in the corner. Okay, lovely. Back to doing our floral here. Here we go. So what do you guys think of two-stepping? Are you a lover of two-step stamping or not? Here we go. Let's add some leaves. And whether you stamp off is totally up to you, okay? That's the smaller one. It all depends on how, you know, dark your ink pad is too. So test her out. Give it a dry run there. And see what shade of ink you like. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because it definitely looks a little nicer. This one was kind of dark. That was the first one I did. Okay, let's close up a little bit of these inks because I'm going to get them all inky. Other than that one. So if you were doing, I'm going to just set this aside for a minute. I kind of want to share with you before we finish this card. If you were to do a one-sheet wonder, okay, I would start with, you could either cut it down or start with a full sheet of cardstock, and I'm going to just score it in half both ways, okay? So 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, okay? And then we will take our stamp and just should flip it over so I make sure I get it all inked. So by scoring it, it kind of gives you an idea where your quadrants are, okay? So which I think is a little bit helpful. So it's okay if you go over, okay? You know, because then it kind of gets you to the edge. So I'm going to just keep stamping in, I don't know, I think when I first did it, I called it the plus sign method, you know, doing like a plus sign with it. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. And this will make your cards so simple and quick. You know, this might be what Mary Pat does for some thank you cards. There we go. So they're quick, easy, and simple. And I want to remember to leave some dead space, okay, for my greeting. You can always go back and add more after you cut it apart as well. All right. Oh, I didn't do that good enough. Can I line this back up? Let's see. Let's see how good I am. Not bad. Pretty darn close. So that's why turning it over like this gets better ink coverage. So I'm going to put one down here. Fill this space in there so I can have some here. And really, your greeting could go any which way. It could be landscape, it could be portrait, whatever feel you want, you know, and you could decide that after you cut it all apart. Okay, we're getting close to being done here. So let's see, can we fill this in? Let's go like this. There we go. And then let's do this. Okay. And then you'll just go through with the leaves and the flowers and just stamp them all together. I don't want to cut it apart until after I've stamped the inside. Okay, Nancy, I was going to do it again. Let's do this. Okay, there we got it. So we got like a space here for a greeting, maybe in here for a greeting, definitely here and here as well. I mean, you could always add a little bit more here afterwards before you add your greeting on, but yeah, that gives you an idea what a one sheet wonder is, okay? Okay, let's put this card together. I feel like I'm a little inky here. All right, so I'll finish that up later. And let's assemble this card. So I'm going to use basic black. It's a great color that just goes with anything, you know, and makes everything pop. So don't be afraid to use black. Okay, that feels like it's empty. Hopefully this one isn't. I guess I've been making too many cards lately. And this one might be empty too. Hang on. Oh my goodness. All right. Do I have a glue bottle here? Oh, let's see if this one. No. Okay. We got to open up a glue. Okay. So let's add some glue here. That's such a big bead. I've got way too much on this card. Okay, we have just a hint of color on here. Here we go. Let's add our inside. Glue that. Let's move that distraction out of the way. There you go. And we are going to use, I've got a die that I've already die cut. We're going to use the word hello, because there's not a lot in this set that will fit this size, just really hello. Just stamp it on there. It's a cute little hello. And then, let's see, we're going to use some cardstock here. I'm going to use Highland Heather. So it's kind of like a monochromatic card here. Okay. There we go. Give it a burnish. And I'm going to just plop that right on there. So let's grab some dimensionals here. Yep. Okay. You know, I need to go take another walk. Didn't get my walk in long enough. Here we go. All right, so, and then let's plop this on the inside. nicely centered. So there's lots of room there to write a message to. Now let's add our greeting here. I've already die cut. I've been die cutting a lot right here. So I've got some flowers here that I've die cut because it doesn't take too many and you've got a bunch. So let me see, I wanted one of each. That's a big one. Look for a smaller one. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to just put, actually, I think I'm going to use a glue dot. Okay, make it super simple here. I'm going to just take a glue dot and add it to the corner here. Same with over here. And can you believe Sunday we get to change the clocks ahead? Oh, I'm so excited for that. Longer days coming soon. And hopefully more sunshine still. And warm temperatures. Okay. So these are crushed curry flowers. So the reason why I did these first, putting the flowers on, because I want to put some dimensionals underneath those leaves so that they can stabilize a little bit. And so I'm going to put a few mini dimensionals here, and then I'll add a couple full-size ones here. Okay, there we go. No linen thread today, okay? Keeping this kind of simple and easy today. There we go. Okay. Wonderful, huh? All right, so we are going to add in, oh, here we go. I'm gonna add in, we will add some bling, okay? Let's add a little bit of bling here. And hi, Louise, welcome. So let's add a little bit of bling here, okay? Just a small rhinestone right in the center. And there we have it. What do you all think? Wasn't that like so quick and easy? 27 minutes, still longer. All right, there we go. Simple and easy, right? Here's the other 4 cards. Well, I have 4 completely total cards done, but you can just see. So these are kind of the same, and then these I did kind of, so we've got some landscape ones and portrait ones. Super, super easy. And just having that monochromatic look with the pop of yellow just makes it super easy and fun, right? So, okay, so do you want a sneak peek of what Friday's gonna be like? I love it. Tell me what you think. It's not like, I don't know, I don't do Easter cards, so so I didn't really have any Easter blessings stamp sets, so I had to improvise. So anybody, here's a sneak peek, okay? I'll just do this. So this is what we're gonna make on Friday. Super simple, but I think it could be for like maybe the word congrats or whatever. God bless would be okay. Maybe inside could be, you know, like a first communion or baptism. What do you guys think? So that's what we're going to make on Friday. All right. So come back on Friday and you can order any of these products in our online store. I hope this is available. I don't know. It's so hard to keep track what is available and what isn't, but these are from the actually this one is from the January. If I have the, oh, online exclusive. Okay. So this is from the January online exclusive. So hopefully that is there. And of course, the perennial lavender, I did check out. The perennial lavender is definitely, the DSP is still there. And I'm sure that's going to retire this year because it's been around for 2 years. Okay. So, confirmation, Stella, you think it'll make a good confirmation card? I thought so, you know, or a baptism or something. I just couldn't decide about it. Maybe I'll have some other designs with it. Okay. But anyway, so come back on Friday. So good to see you, Stella. I hope you're doing well. So come back. My hair, I've got my glasses on my hair like sticking up, right? So come back on Friday for some more creative ink, and I will be on time, okay? We were doing wedding stuff too this morning, so I got a little distracted and getting ready for today. I was trying to get my Friday card all ready, so but then I wanted to take a walk too. So okay, thanks so much everybody for joining me. If you have any questions, make sure to visit the online store. Look at the product of the month. It kind of gives you a little heads up at the top, you know, that you've qualified when you reach it. There's a sliding scale to let you know how far away you are, so you don't miss out on, you know, the product of the month. And what else? So pretty soon demonstrators are going to be able to see the new catalog coming out, and I'll have more news about that soon regarding that as well. And we have a new style ink pads coming as well. I think you're going to be happy with, especially if you have trouble opening this style ink pads. If you have trouble, then you're going to love the new style that's coming real soon. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. I'm glad you love these cards. I love sharing creativity with you, and I'm hoping you feel inspired to go into your crafting area and create something beautiful to share with somebody else. Okay. All right. Have a great day, and we will see you again soon.